Hey guys, it's Heck and Robin, and I'm going to be playing Homunculus Hotel after I enjoy the smooth jazz for a little bit longer. Holy cow. Oh, just relax, go to a hotel, chill out. This game is made by the very cool Team Solitude. They very kindly gave me a key to check out the game. I really like their other projects, so I'm sure it's going to be a good time. As far as I understand, the game is like a few different stories based in this hotel. But we're just gonna get into it, and it's gonna be cool. I guarantee. Homunculus Hotel. A place in which people find refuge from the world's dangers and uncertainties. They come here looking for a safe place, one that could help them get better. That's why all the rooms are always occupied by someone. And you can see them walking through the corridors or having a lonely breakfast. Passing by the courtyard, each of them alone. The day when I first came here seems so distant now. I'd heard that the rooms of this hotel could show the guests' most personal and intimate dreams. Dreams from the past, dreams of possible futures, dreams of fears or desired achievements. I could never see mine. So I decided that, instead, I would help others understand their rooms and whatever they contain. Mine has become a solitary existence, maybe because of this job. I get to talk with lots of people during the day, since my schedule is filled with meetings. But then, in evenings such as this one, I find myself alone in my room. And unable to resist to the forceful waves of memories, I let myself go. And yearn for your company. My company? I'm flattered. I always loved the music in Team Solitude games. It's always great. Ugh. Isabel, isn't the sky beautiful today? It is. But you're not even looking. Those shades of blue, the clouds gently floating. Oh look, there's a butterfly flying over there. I envy them so much. And why is that? Well, I'd like to be as free as they are, flying all around. Free to be as I am. But you are free. We can do whatever we want. I don't know. When I look around myself, I see that no one is truly free. We make cocoons with all of our certainties. We accept what is comfortable, and become blind to our dreams. It's not our fault. The world is changing for the worst, building traps. Having company is enough to be happy. A good job can make us enjoy life. And by believing these lies, we slowly kill ourselves. I wasn't expecting to be hit with an existential crisis so soon. Oh no. Oh. The memories of you were impressed deeply in my mind. When we met, when we were together, when you left. And as soon as the memory gets clearer, it suddenly fades. And here I am again, in this hotel room. How ironic is it that I can help others, but not myself? I want to see my own dreams so badly. But all I have are mementos. Of you. Of all the people that meant something to me. I wonder if, someday, one of these keepsakes will make a difference. I'm supposed to click. It took me a second, I was like, hang on a minute. Mug. This mug is so old. It's one of the few things I managed to bring here with me. And it takes me back to the sweet memories of our breakfast together. I miss those mornings so much. Sometimes I childishly ask myself if they will ever come back. Oh. Lamp. Just a normal lamp with the hotel's name written in gold on its base. Its light is perfect. Not too strong, not too weak. It makes me think of someone who had no need for such a little lamp. Yasu. For he had the vastness of a field. The sweet sound of the wind as he gazed towards the horizon. Reveries of an autumn afternoon. I wake up early in the morning with a headache. Not the best way to start the day, I guess. The light that comes from the window is soft, pale. My body finds it difficult to get up. But it has to. I have to. So I force myself. Lift myself up. Rub my hands on my face. And get mentally ready for this new day. I don't wanna. I wanna go back to bed. The first floor's corridor. It's been a while since I started working here. I was worried at first. The idea of a hotel that offers a support service to the guests still seems, well, strange. But I grew confident with it. Both with the idea and the job itself. I just have to visit and then spend some time with some of them. Nothing too stressing. But here I am now. Dog. The director's dog. Her name is Apple. Seems like she was waiting for me. Did I pet her? Yeah, obviously. She barks happily. Yes. 102. 1. It's me. Me, myself, and I. I'm pretty cute. Hell yeah! We stand this confidence. What's in 101? Hello? Oh, I thought I was clicking it. As I open the door and enter, I find myself in Yasu's vast field. He's right there next to me, looking at the horizon. Hello, Mr. Yasu. How are you today? How are you today? Well, I'm not great. I feel a little more tired than usual. I was wondering if it was already time for our meeting, Mrs. Amal. Thank you for coming today. There's no need to thank me. It's my job, after all. I know, but I still think I should thank you. Thank you for thanking me, then. Said you feeling tired? Still up all night? Seems I can't fall asleep. The scenery is too beautiful. Oh, this reminds me. There was a sparrow last night. It was flying right above my head. And strangely, it never reached land. Are there thoughts that haunt me? Sometimes I wonder, how is my family doing? What about my friends? I still feel selfish to be here. And yet, I feel good. Should I be ashamed for feeling so happy here? No. Why should you? Going away so abruptly, it feels like I abandoned them. But the more I think about this, the more I remember my wife. She used to work in an office. Meanwhile, she kept painting non-stop. She only wanted to portray what she felt. And so after a year, she left her job. People thought she'd gone mad. I knew she wasn't stupid. And she wasn't crazy at all. She just wanted to live freely. Aw, and you supported your wife. That's awesome. Maybe she went through the same feelings I'm having now. Now that I'm here, I wonder what she's thinking. If she made some paintings about me. If I'll ever see them. But knowing her, I'm sure she just painted a hat. Isabel, have you ever felt like you're a floating weed? Calmly drifting on a pond's surface? What do you mean? Not sure I follow. What do you mean? You see, I've been on the edge of two opposites for all my life. I had to work for someone else, but I could also always do what I wanted too. For me, a floating weed is someone that can live between freedom and slavery. Peacefully. Someone tied to earth and yet floating on water. Yet you dream of a field. Do you think these two things are connected? Maybe. I still feel the weight of the past. No matter how much time I spend here. It still haunts me. But the more I explore myself, the more the sensation abandons me. Maybe you only have to accept it, and let it go so that peace may come. Yes, I'm not sure of this. It's strange, thinking about all these memories. Made me feel better. Way better, thanks to your help. The thoughts are slowly disappearing. In the end, it's useless to feel bad. I can't turn back the time. So I might as well move on and find my own peace. So, I think I'm ready. Are you sure? Yes, I finally am. I want to move beyond. You see? The field is still. No wind. Not anymore. I was just waiting for you. To say goodbye properly. To tell you how I feel. And to thank you once again. So, thank you, Isabel. For all the help. And I hope you'll find your dream soon. Did you die? I hope you didn't. I hope you just left the hotel. Alright. Pictures. I used to take lots of photos here in the hotel. Every time I look at them, I'm reminded of how precious the time spent here was. Most of the people captured in these pictures are gone. Yet, here they smile happily at me. I wonder if, all this time, I've just been trying to make them permanent. To preserve them for all eternity. Maybe that's also why I stopped taking pictures. Too early to write today's entry. Okay, so that's how we progress after we've seen everything. Time passes. Days go by. Here on this calendar, I've written the appointments of last month. All these people. All their dreams. Marked on paper and into my memories. Indelible. Yasso and Claire on the first floor. Julie and Stefan who occupy the second. Kim and Takeshi on the third. Most of them have been my patients for a long time. While others have merely been a fleeting encounter. But regardless, they've all been very important to me. Cute. Flowers. These flowers always remind me that they used to fill our home. I remember when, each day after breakfast, we tended to them. Because of you that I keep them here. They give me strength, like you used to. Oh. Some book and graphic novels I really care about. All these pages remind me of Claire. She used to read a lot, every day, as she worked on her various projects. She was a huntress, constantly on the search for new ideas and images. Of all the memories I have of her, there's one I hold dearly. The last morning I saw her. Pondering on both sides of the blade. It's the mug. Today seems like it could be a good day. I woke up with your face in my mind, so I'm sure I dreamt of you. Once again, I'm thinking about our memories together. And when I do, I always feel a mixture of happiness and melancholy. Somehow the day feels less heavy. Lair. Today the first floor is empty. Usually the director's dog is here, but maybe today she's with her. Also no guests around. So lonesome. Me. Me! I may have gotten a few new wrinkles. Getting older seems to fit me quite well. I love the confidence. Oh. 102. Hello? Film stocks, books, and notebooks that fill Claire's room seem to have increased. Her room has never been particularly neat, but now it's worse than it ever was. Good morning, Claire. How are you today? Oh, Isabel. It's terrible. Terrible. I can't work. I can't even write a single line. Look at this. I was only able to scribble some notes. Not even a description or a dialogue. Are you talking about my writing process? I'm called out. I just wrote, Maria's house, interior, afternoon. But then? What could happen? I don't know. I can't concentrate at all. Something distracting you? What's the matter? I don't know. Maybe. But I have no clue what it could be. What about your dream, though? I've noticed the room is getting quite cramped. You think so? I didn't notice. You sure? It is okay if you don't want to talk about it. This is your journey. You know, I don't want to intrude too much. I'm just worried. It's okay if you don't want to talk about it, though. I don't really feel like talking about it. But please, could you stay here? I appreciate your company. Lately, I've had this idea. To chase the beauty I feel. I don't plan much these days. I just follow my thoughts. Sitting at rest, know not to discuss the shortcomings of other people. Setting out on a journey, fully appreciate the beauty of the Dragon River. The passage from Soul Mountain by Gao Jingjian. Probably said that wrong, sorry. It perfectly captures how I feel. But lately, I easily get interrupted. Has it ever happened before? No. Well, to be honest, I don't remember that well. Maybe it did. But that doesn't change anything. Still don't know what to do. I can't help but think that I can't make it. Not alone, at least. What's worrying you? You know, Isabel, projects used to make me happy. Being involved in something greater. Seeing people smile or cry in front of what I had created. It all gives you a different perspective on things. You even start to think you have a gift. Or that you master and have a place in the world. I wonder if I deserve that place. And also, what's the point in working on projects without others? Working alone could be an interesting challenge. Don't you think? Well, yeah, maybe it could. But then, this sense of loneliness wouldn't go away. I miss the people I once worked with. But at the same time, yes, it could be interesting. As a personal challenge, I mean. But, do you think it would be useful? Why don't you try and see what happens? You could be surprised. Well, if you say so. I guess trying won't hurt that much. But anyway, you know, sorry if I don't talk about my dreams. I have a bad relationship with them. Since I was little, I feared dreams. Why? What is it that frightens you? Ever since I was born, people used to say that it's useless to chase dreams. That if you do that, you'll end up with nothing. I tried to go against that. I made the films I wanted to make. I forced myself to believe in them. But eventually, everyone ends up abandoning them. I stopped chasing mine. Put my abilities into labels. I started trusting producers. I lost the love of my life. So now I want to take the old me back. But, I'm sorry, I know it's sad. I always try to smile. The truth is I lost all my hope. Aw. I am here for you. But please stay strong. Thanks, Isabel. Really. Maybe I could get out early in the morning with only one camera. And just film. Doesn't matter what, you know? Just film everything. Maybe I'll feel good. I'll feel free. If I want to film the landscape outside the window for 4 hours, I can. I'm glad, Claire. It's so nice seeing you smile. Thank you so much, Isabel. And, well, I took my decision. And I feel it's time. I understand that, well, these projects will never end. As long as I go on, they'll just keep piling up. So, it's time to focus on the last one. And say goodbye. To them and to you. Thank you. You are the kindest person. I'll hold you in my heart. Oh, Claire. Bless you. Damn, okay, everyone's leaving me. Rude. Or anything else? Do I really want to go to sleep? Yes, I think I've done everything. For now. Since I came here, each day has had the same routine. Wake up, let the workday flow, get back to my room. Now that I think about it, things weren't any different before. Thanks to Yasser and Claire, though, I remembered that repetition can mean peace. A peaceful existence. One that enjoys the stillness of and dedication to personal thoughts and preservation. When I think about my life before arriving in the hotel, or even my life as a whole, I only now realize that these simple truths escaped me, slaving away for a company that didn't respect me. Even though you were always there, reminding me to be sincere. And once again, I lose myself into reveries about you. You know what? I love having breakfast with you. It feels so peaceful for once. What do you mean? Well, you know, lately it's been pretty stressful. Do you say that because of me? No, it's just, you've been feeling down and I'm worried. You don't have to be. It's not your fault after all. I'm just So tired. I know, but you're so miserable. Please don't pity me. I get enough of that at work. Then maybe you should do something different. What? Is this what it's about? I only want what's best for you. You know that. If your job doesn't make you happy, then... Enough. I know what you're trying to say. I shouldn't pretend to be understood. No, I understand. You know I do. I love you so much. Oh. At one point we started arguing a lot. The struggle was hidden somewhere every day. There was not only one elephant in the room. They filled the whole apartment. It's true. I couldn't stand the idea of you doing that kind of job. Of you getting involved with different people each night. Of putting yourself at risk, even though it was freeing for you. I know you desired it more than anything else, but was that really worth it? Even now, it's difficult for me to think that you didn't suffer. But I'm left with no answers. I don't know how you truly felt. At first we used to talk a lot, discussing everything that happened between us. Then, with time, we stopped, as we got more and more involved with our own things. I know I could have been a better partner. I could have tried to understand you better. And now I can't do more than remembering and go on through the days. Without you. Was our partner a sex worker? That seems to imply sex work. I hope they were okay. Damn. My voice reminds me of Yasu's light. Not only the one in his room, but also his inner light. We all have one inside of us. For some it shines brighter, for others it's dimmer. But that's what makes us humans. And his reflected the spirit of a wonderful human being. I truly hope he's with his wife now. All these books. I'll never grow a collection as huge as Claire's, but it's nice to always remember we share an interest. I hope she's still reading wherever she is now. When I was still a guest here, I used to take many photos of the hotel and guests. Many of them have left the hotel. And the others? Well, we're not so friendly anymore. Time passes and things change, right? This reminds me. A lot of time ago, Stefan was just like me. He wanted to listen to people. To know about their life. Even though he often said he didn't care about others. He spent a lot of time with some of the guests. And when I think about him, the words from one of our sessions comes to my mind. Looking down into a bottomless pit. No. Sometimes as soon as I wake up, I listen to something. Although usually I go back to the same 2 or 3 songs. The ones that remind me of you. Today it's the turn of Daki by Massimo Volume. I haven't heard it in such a long time. But once it starts, I always feel like I'm not alone anymore. Okay. Today there's only one session with Stefan. Good luck to me. Thanks. I heard some guests talk about a presence once. Apparently it haunted the hotel, wandering through the corridors. I never approached anyone though. It looks longingly at this breakfast set. Always waiting alone. Kitty! It's strange to see this cat so calm. Should I pet him? Yes. He scratched me. Aw, I'm sorry, Kitty. I thought that meant you were okay. Clock always looks on the verge of crumbling down. Is this the day I'll finally touch it and break it? Maybe. Or maybe not. I'm intrigued by this room. From 204. Just looking at it makes me anxious. Oh. As usual, Stefan is looking into the mirror. And as always, I wait for him to talk. Whenever he's ready. But it's strange. Today something feels different. Welcome back, Isabel. How are you doing today? Still sleepy, and you? Well, I haven't slept much, so... Still sleepy. Are you supposed to help like that? Anyway, today's a bad day, as usual. Feel like I have no energy. Don't know why. How long do you plan on staying here today? The time that you need. as always. You know that well. Lucky me. Just don't distract me from the mirror. Have you seen something new in it? Always straight to the point, huh? Sometimes I forget that's why you're here. Just to know me. How I feel. How I think. Control me. What is it that brought you here? Some kind of advertisement? A friend told you about this place? Was it the possibility to influence other people? Is that how you think about the world? And how you act? You let yourself be controlled by others? Is that why you want to control things? Or guide them towards where you want? And as always, you expect to do the same with me. I'm trying to do my job. You know that. Do your job. These 3 words are an absolute truth. Controlling others while being controlled. Is this what your job is? For you, knowing that you have to listen to others and guide them is enough, right? And I imagine you want me to shut up. But you know I won't. This is my time and I can do whatever I want with it. I'm controlling you. I decide what to tell you. Depending on your question, I choose how to answer. If I feel like it, I might tell you a story. If I don't, I might just play with you. So, you think that your questions control me, but it's the opposite. You know, I've realized something lately. We're not humans anymore, Isabel. So, we should just move on. And not care about human things anymore. Let's just give up art, meaning, purpose, satisfaction. Let's just toss away personality, individuality, love, feelings. Let's embrace money, work, technology, property. Let's live to get a nice new house, a new supercar, a new bank account. Let's work and be just that, our job. Not humans, but a label. We're walking labels. We're musicians, artists, lawyers, accountants, cashiers, street cleaners. All this just to avoid being purposeless. All this sadness and unsatisfaction only to keep walking. So yeah, let's stop pretending being humans anymore. Depressed boy. I feel this. What's about the eyes, bro? Aren't those human? They're only memories. Nothing more. Memories I try to avoid by looking through the mirror. They seem to haunt you. Sometimes. Any idea why? Like, for example, if you think it's some trauma from my childhood, or some other bullshit, I'm sorry to disappoint you. Then what is it? Some time ago, before, I should say, I was a different person. As you already know, I was a musician. Admired by fans. By critics, depending on the trends. Or by other musicians. Yet, I didn't care about other people. I didn't look at anyone with interest. I was closed into myself. I wanted to explore myself. That's when the eyes appeared in my dreams. At first there were only 2. Then they started multiplying, day by day. And now that I'm here, they're all around me. Does this story satisfy you? What are you looking for? For myself, I guess. Whatever that means. With or without my humanity. I found that was a bit heavy. Whew. I get that though. Each time I look at the appointments of the month and the names written on the calendar, I think about their voices. What stories they had to tell, what lives I could see through their recallings. And among them, the images and words from Julie's first session still ring in my mind, heavy. Thanks to her, I can see a light shining when the path becomes too dark for me. Fleeting family ties. Sometimes I observe the hotel's courtyard. It's almost empty in the early mornings. And the soft breeze that caresses me helps me concentrate. Get mentally ready for the day. It's in moments like these I can think more straightly, in which I don't lose myself through memories, and in which I miss you the most. And here I am, the second floor. The light here is always so smooth, so calming. Ironic, since the rooms here are the heaviest emotionally for me. That's... you do. I often encounter this cat when I come here. The director told me he has no owner. I wonder where he comes from. Should I pet him? No, they don't want to be pet. He seems happy I didn't approach him. Yes, I'm sorry about the other day. Room 203. Till some weeks ago, it was occupied by a young man. It's been vacant for some time, and then Julie arrived. Oh, hello. As I enter Julie's room, I find myself in what appears to be a real nightmare. Are all these her? I recognize the true one, though. Her expression tells it all, really. Rapidly, I sit next to her. Good morning, Julie. How are you today? Hi, Isabel. What am I supposed to say? Nothing if you don't feel like it. You don't have to force yourself. Thanks, I would really prefer that. Sorry, it's nothing personal. But, after all, I barely know you. No problem, it's okay. Maybe we could get to know each other better? Of course, I'd love to. Great. So, what exactly should we talk about? Like, my past? What I'm thinking now? Whatever you want. But since you mentioned it, tell me of your past. Okay. Where do I start? I've always been an only child. My parents are very kind, but also strict. You know, they cared a lot about grades and such. Owing people's impressions. A classic, right? But, well, that's how they were. Everything was about good grades and nice smiles. You know, all work and no play. May I ask you, how was your life before the hotel? You feel like talking about it? My life before. I worked in a wonderful office. Had a wonderful husband. In a wonderful city. All very wonderful. Yeah, right? I've always wondered, how did I get there? You know, one moment before everything was average. And then, everything was wonderful. Were you happy? Yeah, of course I was. You don't seem really sure. It's just that, well, happiness is subjective. Your happiness may not coincide with mine. And, you know, you live your life and then things just end. People around you get 3 days of mourning, your funeral ends, your family splits your inheritance, and life eventually goes on for everyone. You find yourself in a strange hotel, and you're once again alone. Oh, so they have passed away. That's why I'm not sure if I'm happy now. It's difficult for me, you know? I'm not used to making decisions. Usually, I just do what others tell me to do. Can I ask you why? I don't know. Usually people tell me what I should or should not do, and I follow their advice. Nothing particularly strange. Or is it? Depends on how you feel about it. Does it make you feel bad? Well, sometimes yes. It's suffocating. I find myself living a life that isn't mine. Talking with people I don't love. Doing things I don't understand. But always with a smile on my face. What does smiling mean to you? I think that smiling to others makes them feel loved. Or appreciated. It makes people feel happier, in a way. And when I smile, I can endure things more easily. If I stop smiling, then everything loses color. And nothing makes sense anymore. No matter how much I may suffer, smiling makes life softer. What do you think about your room? How does it make you feel? Well, it makes me anxious. And nervous. Sorry, I tried to laugh, but it's difficult. Don't worry, you don't have to force yourself. Yeah, I'll try. All these me remind me of a bad time in my life. You know, Isabel, I lived a pretty lonely life. I mean, it was a wonderful one. Nothing really bad ever happened. And I can't help but wonder, was it really mine? Or was it someone else's? Following others' orders, desires, advices. Yes, I had a wonderful husband, but does that matter when you can barely see him? Yes, we had a wonderful house, but Does that matter when you can barely live in it? Work, 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 work. Only work. All day, every day. A repetition of work, earn money, spend them. We wanted 2 children, you know? How could I give birth in such a world? There's too much hate all around. Too much division. Too much loneliness and abandonment. Life was barely tolerable for me. How could I ever possibly bring a new life to a place like this? So I had to refuse. And he left me for someone else. And I accepted it. With a sweet smile on my lips. I hate myself for that. I hate these stupid smiles. How can people like me live life in such a way? How can we just accept? What was wrong with me at that time? Maybe these other me are all the times I betrayed myself? This one's hitting a little hard for me, bear with me. All the times I smiled? What should I do now? Learn. Well, learn from all that and be true to yourself. That's the best thing we can do. Yeah, huh? Is that the right thing to do? I wonder. Maybe you're right. I should look at my past, study it, understand my mistakes, and then go on with my life. But is it really possible? Can I do it? Do I have the strength? I could try at least. Julie, this hotel is not against you, even if sometimes it may seem so. It exists for you, for me, for everyone that inhabits these rooms. And this dream, your dream, for how terrifying or dark it may be, is here to help you understand yourself. Change yourself. Believe in yourself. That's what dreams do. Felt like I was having a therapy session. Woo. Is that it? Is it 2 today? I go to sleep. Yes. Not used to questions myself. That's why Stefan always scared me so much. I couldn't stand his questions or anything he had to say to me. I've always known that what he said was the truth. That's why I didn't want to listen. It's the same thing you did, telling me the truth about the world. And it pointed out all my mistakes, clearly. Talking with Julie was more pleasant, but still. Nonetheless, it was difficult. And I realized that as she confronted her memories, I confronted mine. And all my questions were not for her, but for myself. Still, can't help but being scared by her too. By the intentions behind her words. By the possibilities that hid in her past. By what she decided to tell me and what she didn't say. Maybe, both with Stefan and Julie, what isn't said is worse than what has been. Listen, Isabel. I thought about it and I think it's better if we break up. Yeah, I figured as much. I'm sorry, but I can't go on like this. Is it about your job? Partly. You know how important it is for me. Yeah. More important than me, I know. Why do you always have to compare it to yourself? The thing is not about you. I told you a billion times. How can it not be about me too? You know how it feels? How it feels to know you're out with someone else? For money? Every night? And I'm here alone? I don't care if it's just a job. I just don't want to feel like this anymore. So yeah, do whatever you want. Just leave me alone. It's not for money. You really can't understand. It's freedom, I guess. Then, we left each other, like many do at some point. Things start, and then eventually they reach an end. It's what I've tried telling myself for a long time. But now it's too difficult. Too heavy. I can't help others to sustain themselves and be better, but I really can't help myself. Again, calling me out, stop it. Young like a blooming flower, so was Kim. Tormented by love like me. Both hoping for a better future. On the occasion of remembering a haunting love. Sometimes I wake up with only one thought in my mind. Work is a pain, and it's sad that we can't just wake up and live. It's sad that life itself, for how hard it can be, can't be seen as our job. That I have to wake up, go out, and confront a work schedule. What are we becoming? A silent day on the 3rd floor. Always kind of creeped me out. A page torn from a notebook. It says, I loved, I lost, I abandoned. Time won't bring back my past, only my memories and dreams will. It's up to me to forget or to move on. Living is only up to me. A letter is scribbled as a footnote. R. This is room 305, Takeshi's room. Seems to be elsewhere. But is he really? He often is so distracted he does not hear me calling him. Fair enough, so you want 306. Just been guessing right the other times. Whenever I enter Kim's room, I find her longing for her past, as I am. And I envy her a lot, since she's able to still see her lover through the dream. Oh, hi Isabel. Hello, Kim. How are you feeling? Is everything alright? Well, it's strange. Oh. I feel like a broken record, as if I'm divided between different tunes, playing separately. Totally detached and yet close to each other. There's noise all around, and then music, and noise again. And I just... What is it? The usual, Isabel. I'm wondering. About him? Are you thinking about him? Well, no. Not today, at least. But now that you mention him, sometimes I still wonder what he's doing. You know, like, where is he now? What is he doing? While I'm here? How is he feeling? How does that make you feel? Well, it's interesting at times. Because I can imagine infinite possibilities. Picture them in my mind. I visualize the colors, the rooms he moves through, the various looks in his eyes, the words he says. And everything becomes more beautiful than reality itself. In these moments I understand what love is about. To find someone dear to you, and be interested in their existence, in what they could do or be or say when you're not with them, who they could become in the future, or even who they'll be when you'll be meeting them in a few hours. And I realize these thoughts can become stories. But? Well, is it right to do so? Is it right to put someone's life into words? Do I have the right to tell someone's secrets? Don't all novelists write about other people? Yeah, maybe. But I don't. I prefer to write about me. It's easier. More sincere. To write about others means to invade other people's space. I can't write about someone without their permission. It's like murdering them, to me. There's something awfully cruel in doing that. As if it was a profanation of sorts. Something's broken inside of me. Half of my heart feels anxious. The other half longs for him. And I can't decide which part I should follow. Should I surrender to love? Or should I look at myself? Am I feeling? Or am I just me? It's so difficult to understand. The notes in my head keep repeating themselves. Broken. Redundant. And his caresses are both a curse and a blessing. Mostly because it's not him. But only a shade of my memories of him. As I remember his touch over my skin, or his eyes glancing at me, or the curtains slowly moving next to us. I feel alive once again. But this is only a dream. Sadness. Dear Julie, time passes endlessly. Sometimes slowly, others too rapidly. And I often can't keep track of it. But I hope you can value your own time now. Yeah. Right? Honestly, Yasu. I have already said that. Add flowers. This book always gets boiling hot when I pour something into it. Like being made of cold ceramic doesn't factor in even slightly. Just like Takeshi. Cold a moment before and bubbling within the bat of an eyelash. Right one. Expiration date. A calm day. While looking outside the window, abandoning myself to the emptiness, I feel a strange heaviness inside of me. I can't go on drinking. The third floor, the emptiest of all. Something that strangely reflects its occupants. Takeshi. Room 305, Takeshi's room. It always feels a bit cold from outside. Oh. To burn with desire. Burn with desire in a cold and windy world. Gently fall on the ground like snowflakes, unique and yet seemingly identical. It's always been strange to talk with Takeshi, because my words never seemed to truly reach him. Somehow he constantly managed to escape from my grasp. Never being able to entirely capture the image of him. Hello, Takeshi. What's in your mind today? How are you feeling? What's on your mind? I've been thinking and observing as usual. Today the snow fell more ferociously. It seems the dream is changing. Which means that I am. And the world is too, alongside me. It's a strange sensation. The snow is warmer. How so? It's quite difficult to describe. I don't know if I can find the right words. But what I mean is, the snow is burning. Burning me with a desire to act. I feel like this world is a prison. I wander through this endless land. I struggle to not lose myself. And the only way is to act. What kind of act? Excuse me. As always, I'm losing myself in my preoccupations. Don't worry about that. It's my job to listen to you. That's true. One must never lose their focus, both in everyday life and while deep in thought. You must pay attention and be focused. And you feel like you're not focused? Sometimes I am, other times I'm not. My mind wanders, and I lose myself halfway through my thoughts, through my feelings, through my sensations. And when I start wandering, everything becomes one. There's no distinction anymore. All things are the same thing. What happens then? I just walk. Walk and think. And as I walk, I see specters from the everyday world. They fleetingly appear around me, sending me their doomed messages. And I flee from them. Or at least I try. They are silhouettes on the verge of suicide. Children hurt by their loved ones. Artists exploited by their audience. Employees forced into a job they hate just to survive. People with no way to survive the everyday. People who stopped. People who couldn't follow the world's growing speed. This is the image of today's world. And it pains me. And if I stopped, it'd be the end of me. I'd become a spectre among them. So I won't. No matter what happens to me. No matter what it means. I can't afford to stop. Even though I'd like to. But the snow is turning warmer, right? Yes. Slowly. But it's happening for sure. Maybe one day it will slow down. And I too will be able to change pace. In the end, my struggle is a clash of ideals. To keep on walking, following the growing speed of the world. Stop and fall victim of the world's apathy. When did you start walking? When I was still a child. But I think it's the same for everyone. Especially nowadays, it's impossible not to. We all have to. The world forces us. We're forced to survive. We're forced to work. We're forced to make money. And so we're forced to walk. There's not much we can do about it. That's the sad truth about us. From the moment we're born, we're bound to walk and suffer. Maybe some worse than others. But for sure we'll be forced to keep going. We won't be able to get some rest. We won't have the time. Because in our modern world, stopping means losing. No one will remember us. No one will care about us. And we won't be able to start walking again. People we love may die. We may lose our way. We may lose ourselves. And yet we won't be able to stop. This hurts me. It's unjust. But you're right. The snow is getting warmer and warmer. The world still constantly rotates. The universe continues to change. And we still move on. my own desire, to follow my own pace, follow my own thoughts, to not lose myself, to be focused. It may be possible. Well, it's all a bit heavy, really, isn't it? Go to sleep. Sleep and never wake up. All these memories that came to my mind, all these scents, all these words, they echo through me, painfully stabbing my very being. When I think about all these people, it's hard to sit still. These memories are too important. I feel it in the hotel's corridors, the people breathing without hope, going through the motions. The focus gets cleared and the light turns sharp. Tears burn my eyes and my mind grows weary. How much time has passed since my first day here? How many days have gone by since the last time I saw you? How many since the first time we ever spoke? Should I still think about you? Should I just forget you? How is it that I can tell others to move on, but I can't do that myself? I can't love myself like many others of my generation. I can't find the energy to overcome the thoughts, the preoccupations, the fears. The only thing I can do is lose myself into this void space. And hope. Hope to move on. Hope to see you. To talk with you. At least one last time. Even if it's only a dream. Isabel. Huh? Is that you? Hey. Yes. It's been a long time. But I thought you didn't want to be with me anymore. I know. And I'm sorry. But you must understand that... Sorry, I'm suffocating. That's better now. You always built up all these walls. It was impossible for me to really get in touch with you. So it really was all my fault. No. Just who you are. And you must understand that I've never accepted it. Just like you never accepted me. I stood there while you became more and more unhappy. You kept wanting to own all of me. We weren't ready to truly see each other. But now, let's just talk about it. Let's put everything on the table. Okay? I missed you all this time. While I was away. I always thought about you. And I wanted to... Oh, I miss this. I don't know what to say. Rimu, so much time has passed. You really care about time? We can rewrite it. We can go back. At least in here. In your dreams. We got our dream! In my dreams. I always see you. I know. I'm here now. Please don't leave me. I missed you so much. I won't go anywhere. You told me the same thing once. Remember? Yeah. School was almost over. It was a hot summer. We were together. As usual. Yes, as usual. At that time, everything was simpler. Just had to study. Worries were so far away from us. We met each other just the year before. We were already close. I always thought you had something special within you. Back then, your smile made me so happy. Every day I went to school, it was thanks to that. You were my reason to live. I don't say that lightly. Without you, nothing would have made sense. And that day, all these feelings suddenly spilled. I still remember. You moved towards the door, then stopped. And slowly, you turned toward me. Hello. smiled back at me. He looked so surprised. For someone like me, to be loved by you, I really was, yeah. Even when you went away, I just stood there. I don't know why I've never told you that. You think our destiny was already set? Maybe. Deep down, I've always known I couldn't own you. I knew you were feeling suffocated. I didn't understand. And I tried to make you stay in every way possible. Capture you. I knew your work was important to you. That it was holding you together. To me, that couldn't make sense though. And I always thought, one day I'd wake up alone. Just like your clients. I felt terrible. And in the end, I couldn't love you like I should have. People always thought that I'd be unhappy. That someone couldn't possibly sell their body and still be whole. I know you thought that too. Many times I tried to express my feelings, but I couldn't. I was afraid you would reject me, but I left you first. I dreamt that morning. Ever since. The morning you told me how unhappy you were and how selfish I was. I know. But in here, we can go back. Well done. Oh no. I'm having feeling help. Team Solitude gotta stop doing this to me, man. Again, as always, music is awesome and I love it. The art is really cool. And the story just... they always manage to hit things, you know? They just hit me in the feels. They don't let go. It's very rude, actually. Yeah, they do good stuff. Kendrick Lamar? Oh yeah. Game is dedicated to those struggling to get through the day. Bro. See, like, I relate to so many of those things, and I'm sure a lot of people will. Cause, like, you know? Feels bad. I'm gonna shush before I... Anyway. Thank you, Team Solitude, for letting me play the game. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you like the look of the things that they do, I'm gonna leave a link to the game in the description. They have a bunch of other things as well. So I definitely recommend you check it out. And if you're not bored of my voice yet, I stream on Twitch. Twitch.tv/HeckinRobin. Also gonna be releasing more videos on YouTube. So that's also a thing. And I really hope you have a livable rest of your day. Whatever livable is for you. Look after yourselves. And I'll see you later.